Brian goes to school 5 hours per day, works 2 hours per day, and sleeps for 10 hours per day. What is the ratio of hours Brian works to hours Brian sleeps? Select all that apply.
So whenever you get a ratio question, you want to always make sure you write the ratio out in words and then write the numbers and simplify to find equivalent ratios. So for this question, we need a ratio of hours Brian works to hours Brian sleep. So the first thing I'm going to write is work to sleep. And then I'm going to look back in my question to see what what numbers do I need to put in for work and what number do I need to put in for sleep. So if you look in the context here, we have school is 5 hours, work is 2 hours, and sleep is 10 hours. So underneath work, I'm going to put 2 hours. You don't need hours. And then 2, and then underneath sleep, I'm going to put 10 hours because it says sleeps 10 hours right here. You can write the ratio in more ways. So you can use 2, you can use a colon, so I can put 2 colon 10, and then I can put 2 over 10. So for the first part, this is going to be work to sleep, this is work to sleep, and this is work to sleep. But I see here we have 2 even numbers, so I know we can simplify 2 hours work to 10 hours of sleeping. So I'm going to divide by the greatest common factor. The greatest common factor of 2 and 10 is 2, so I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that means for every 1 hour he works, he's going to sleep 5 hours. That's ratio language. So I'm going to go through each answer choices and pick the correct answer. So I have 1 colon 5, which is 1 to 5. So I'm going to pick that answer choice. The second one is 10 to 2. I'm going to eliminate that because this is sleep to work, and I'm looking for work to sleep according to the question right here. So I'm going to eliminate that one. The next one is 2 to 10. 2 to 10, which is work to sleep, so I'm going to pick that one. The next one says 1 to 2. This is not the ratio. This is the ratio of work to something else. Work to school, maybe. So we're going to eliminate that because it should say 1 to 5, which is what's here. So we're going to eliminate that one. And then we have 5 to 10. 5 to 10 is school, hours in school to hours of sleep. So school to sleep. So we're not going to pick that one. The next one is 2 to 10. This is the hours worked, the first term, and then the second term is sleep. And that's the same numbers I have here, so I'm going to pick that one. This is as a fraction, so it looks 2 over 10. The next one is 1 to 5. We're not going to pick that one. Oh, wait. 1 to 5, we are going to pick that one. Oh, we have that one. Oh, that's the simplified fraction of 2/10. So, yes, we're going to pick that one. And then we're not going to pick 2 to 5 because it should be 1 to 5. So 4 answers we should have for this question.
Last year, the girls' basketball team had 8 fifth grade students and 7 sixth grade students. What was the ratio of 6th grade students to 5th grade students on the team?
So for this question, we need to actually write a ratio. And remember, order matters with ratios. So we're going to write the ratio of 6th grade students to 5th grade students on the team. So I'm going to put 6th grade students, and I'm going to write the words because I don't want to confuse anyone. So 6 to 5th. And then I'm going to look back in the text to see what is the number that's associated with 6? What is the number that's associated with 5th? So if I look here, I have 7 6th graders. So I'm going to put 7 underneath 6th. And then I have 8 5th graders. So I'm going to put 8 underneath 5th. And then I'm going to recognize that I see the answer right here. 3 different ways to write it. 7 colon 8, 7 2 8, or we can write 7/8, and we cannot simplify this, so the answer is going to be this answer choice right here. Remember, order, it matters. This is a part-to-part ratio. For every 7 6th graders on a team, there are 8 5th graders. This one right here is going to be 5th to the whole. This is a part-to-whole ratio, because the whole team is made up of 6th and 5th graders, which is 15. This is going to be a whole to part, and this is going to be a part to part, which is in the wrong order because this is 5th grade to 6th grade. But we're looking for the ratio of 6th grade to 5th grade. So that is the answer for that one. The next one, a class of 25 students share a class set of 100 markers. One day, with 5 students absent, which statement is true? So if we think about the question, we have 25 students that share 100 markers. Okay, if 5 students don't show up, we have to subtract those 5 students from the original number of students. So we're going to have 25, and then we're going to take away the students that are absent, which is 20 students. So now instead of 25 students sharing markers, instead of 25 students sharing 100 markers, we're going to have 20 students sharing 100 markers. So if we look at our answer choices, it looks like they're using ratio language because it says for each, and I see for each, for every, that's ratio language. And then it looks like they simplified it because I don't see my 20 and 100 in these answer choices. So what I'm going to do is find the greatest common factor of 20 and 100, which is 20. So I'm going to divide this part of the ratio by 20 and divide this part of the ratio by 20. 20 divided by 20 is 1 student. To 100 divided by 20 is 5 markers. So I have 1 student for 5 markers. So if I want to use ratio language, it would be for each student there are 5 markers, or for every student there is 5 markers, or there are 5 markers. So for each student there are 5 markers. Now if you didn't subtract the 5 students on a normal day, there would be, for each student there are 4 markers. But when the 5 students are absent, which is the situation, you have to take the 5 away. So that's how we end up with the 5 for 1 to 5 ratio. Each student will have 5 markers when the 5 students are absent, and when all students are present, each student will only have 4 markers, which makes sense because if students are absent and you're dividing the same number of markers between the students, if students are absent, then some students are going to get more markers, which is why the ratio is higher the second term. All right, this next one, Eli ran for 2 weeks. During the first week, Eli ran 12 miles. During the next week, he ran 15 miles. What is the ratio of numbers of miles Eli ran to the first week to the total number of miles he ran in both weeks? That is a mouthful. So we have to know, what are we trying to write here? We want to write a ratio for the number of miles he ran, so the miles in the first week, to the total number of miles he ran both weeks. So this is a part to whole ratio. And this is a part to whole ratio because the first part is the first week and the second part of the ratio is the total number of miles. So we have the part for the first week, which is going to be, it says the first week Eli ran 12 miles. So so I need to write my ratio first. So it says the first week to the total, and what is the whole? The whole is the total, which is made up of week 1 and week 2. So that is the whole. The total from miles he ran for both weeks. So both weeks is made up of week 1 and week 2. And then I need to get my numbers. So for the first week, it says right here, Eli ran 12 miles. So I'm going to put 12 under the part for the first week. And then I'm going to put 2. And then for the whole, I need to figure out, okay, the first week and the second week together. So I have to combine the 12 miles from the first week plus the 15 miles from the second week. And then that's how I end up with 27. So the ratio that I'm looking for is, for the whole is 27. So the ratio is going to be 12 to 27. And it doesn't look like my answer choices are simplified. So I'm just going to look for 12 to 27. Bunch of ratios here. So I know this is my answer right here. So you really want to make sure you write something down. Make sure you write it in words. And then once you write the words, change the words into numbers based on the text. The next one. Nice and pretty and colorful. Does each of the following describe the ratio of headphones and the number of portable music players? So we're looking for headphones to portable music players. So I'm going to count up the number of headphones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headphones. So I'm going to put 5 underneath the headphones. Colon, because that's a way to write ratio. And then I'm going to count the portable music players. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 portable music players. Because the ratio says headphones and the number of portable music players. Does each of the following describe the ratio of headphones and to the number of music players? I'm going to change that. So that's what we're looking for here. So I'm going to scroll to see which one of my answer choices I'm going to pick. So I have 5 to 6. I'm going to pick the first one. And you will see something like this on your quarterly. So 5 to 6. This is in the correct order. 5 to 6. And then I have, for every 5 headphones, there are 6 portable music players. So if I use ratio language, headphones went first. Second went portable music players. My numbers are correct. This is the ratio language that I'm looking for. And we should know that this is another way to write the ratio. So let's write our different ways to write it. So we can write 5 to 6, or we can write 5 over 6. Now this next one, and I know some people will pick this. For every 6 portable music players, there are 5 headphones. This is true, but this is the wrong answer because order is important. We have 6 portable music players when we actually should have headphones first. So this should say headphones. It should look like this one. It should say headphones, and then you should have portable music players. This ratio is in the wrong order. So when you're dealing with ratios, if you write it in words, if you write it in however many different ways, as using the 2, the colon, the percent, the decimal, as a fraction, order is important. It doesn't matter which context you're talking about. If you're drawing a model, you need to make sure you put the right number in the numerator and the right number in the denominator. In this case, you will need headphones first, and then you will need portable music players second. So this has portable music players first and then headphones second. So you will actually eliminate this one. And then these ratios are in the wrong order. So we're going to eliminate both of those. And that is that question.